thank you for coming back to my channel. Today I'm going to go through the celestial events with you guys on a day-by-day basis from today to the end of December. As you guys have already known that yesterday the 12th, as I mentioned before in my previous videos, that Sun was out of Virgo boundaries, completely out of the boundaries, so which means the underworld has begun to take over the earth. And today is the Friday the 13th. A lot of planetary alignments, and as well as it's exactly 7,003 days and 19 years, 2 months, 2 days, and 230 months and 2 days, which is 232. So it's 322 reference here. And then 19 years, 2 months, 2 days is 1922. So that's a 911 reference here. And 22, and then 7,003 days, that's a 73 reference here is 777. 777 is perfect, meaning is the alignment that the idiots orchestrated since 2001, September 11th. And it's exactly 1,000 weeks and 3 days. So it's 10003, so that's a 13 reference here, and is 1918.63% of a common year, so it's 191863. I don't have to explain, you guys know what this is all about. So today is 1113, so it's 913 at the same time, and Mars turns direct today, so which means World War III will happen anytime going forward because of the celestial alignment. And at the same time, today the crescent moon is at the bottom, and then Venus is above of the crescent moon. Symbolic because it's the Islamic symbol. Then the 15th, which is this weekend, Sunday, and then next Monday 16. So next Monday is 1116. There's another 911 reference there. The Sun will have the first star alignment in Corona Borealis, which is the crown, which is the saints that they will have their crown when they got raptured out from the earth to the heaven. At the same time, the Sunday is the new moon. The new moon is right between the Scorpion's claws. I'm sure there will be some kind of major event happen, if not the rapture, the beginning of the tribulation, or the time reset, which is the most anticipated day, 1116. So reference to 916 or 9/6. You could see it as 69 and spiral in and spiral out. It's an infinity symbol, time number. Then from this Sunday, I believe that the tribulation will begin because the Sun will be on Libra scales, and from 15 to 18, and then the 19th, the Sun falls off the scales. So possibly economic collapse approaching towards the second half of the month, right before the Thanksgiving. I'm sure that we will not have Thanksgiving in US because today several states announced that they're going into lockdown, and some of the states have curfews, etc. And the trucker strike will be on the 29th of this month, which is right after the Thanksgiving. However, we already seen some shortages in supermarket. Next week, there will be two different dates that have the 911 reference, is the 16th and the 19th. So the 16th from 911 event is exactly 7,006 days. Then 19th years, 2 months, 5 days, 230 months and 5 days, 1,000 weeks and 6 days, 168,144 hours. And the most extraordinary number is 1,919.45% of a common year. So it's 1919.45. So technically, if you use 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. So it's 19199. And so is the President of the United States is 45, so it's a 9. And 9 is the unique number of all. That's why I think he is the 45th. Also, he is related to time travel as well. So this month technically is a high watch for time reset back to probably 2013. Let's see when the Lord will allow them to do the time reset. Then the 19th from 911 to the 19th of this month is 7,009 days, so 79. 7 plus 9 is 16, so it's 19 is another 911 reference. 19 years, 2 months, 8 days, 230 months and 8 days, 168,216 hours. So there's a 666 reference here. 1,001 weeks and 2 days. 1,920.27% of a common year. It's not surprising because, first of all, the weather chaos during these past few years, especially this year, there's flooding everywhere and unpredictable storms destroy the farmlands and crops and etc. And then the whole world was in lockdown earlier this year, completely no one tending the crops, etc. On November 16th, Sun aligns with Corona Borealis Luscan star. This is the first star alignment after Sun entered into Corona Borealis constellation. Now let's take a look at the 16 planets alignment from top left corner. Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, Moon, Sun, Mercury, and Venus, they line up together at the same time. From Back to the Future, the movie, November 16 is one of the time travel dates. From November 18, then 19, 20, and 21st, Saturn, Jupiter, and Moon form a triangle. After that, from November 24th, then 25th, 26th, and 27th, Moon, Mars, and Uranus form a triangle, which is during the Thanksgiving week. So when we enter into Scorpius later in the month, the 24th, it's represent Red Horseman, not only because it's representing the World War III will start most likely between today the 13th and the 24th. But also, since Scorpius is right next to Ophiuchus, and Ophiuchus and Sagittarius is in the center of the galactic. When we enter into Scorpius, we are actually within the galactic center of the black hole proximity. There should be EMP, fireballs, asteroids, gamma rays, and X-rays hit Earth. These events will increase as we approaching Ophiuchus. Not to mention the weather chaos should be extremely chaotic. Then the 29th, we enter into Ophiuchus. I believe by that time nobody can recognize the old world. As the Bible describes, that the mountains fall, the sea is poisonous, famine, sickness from the chemicals falling to Earth from the galactic center. For the first time since the year 2000, Jupiter and Saturn will have a great conjunction this year, in December 2020. Great conjunctions of these two giant worlds happen every 20 years, but this year's event will be the closest Jupiter-Saturn conjunction since the year 1623. Astronomers use the word conjunction to describe meetings of planets and other objects on our sky dome. They use the term great conjunction to describe a meeting of Jupiter and Saturn. The last great Jupiter-Saturn conjunction was May 28, 2000. The next one will be December 21st, 2020. Watch for these worlds to edge closer and closer together throughout November 20. Saturn is that sphere who is the keeper of the plan from its inception, the great Father Time, who continually reminds us through karma of the beginnings of our Earth and the great plan laid out for human evolution. In this sphere is the world memory, or the akasha of existence, which often can seem to lay down the law of karma as a strong reminder of whether we are staying true to this plan. Jupiter, on the other hand, is Father Life. In this sphere, the expansive living wisdom envisions the future. The beings of this sphere carry the ideals and great cosmic thoughts that live as the creative shaping of life into the future, eventually towards our next evolutionary cycle, called in esotericism Future Jupiter. The meeting of these two great keepers of our solar cosmos, who carry that which arose from the Most High Trinity and the Most High Sophia, can be seen as a kind of cosmic conference, evaluating how we are unfolding the cosmic plan into the future as creative partners in evolution. These great conjunctions unfold in a pattern over time, occurring every 20 years at 120 degrees equidistance from each other, weaving in the heavens around us a great equilateral triangle called the Golden Triangle or Golden Star, a symbol used in many esoteric schools. This Golden Triangle remains intact, but over time slowly rotates toward in the zodiac by 8 to 10 degrees every 60 years when one trinity of conjunctions has been completed. The fourth conjunction returns to the same point to begin the cycle again, a bit further along. These points of the triangle can therefore be traced back in time to reveal historical events related to humanity's spiritual evolution. Willie Schacher has followed this golden star in history, and his research has revealed, among other things, that the corners of this great triangle can be traced back and have a relationship to the events around the time of Christ, which have imbued their conferences now with new meaning for the Earth. These events are the Great Conjunction of 6BC, which, according to Willie Schacher's research, is the actual so-called Star of Bethlehem, pre-announcing the birth of the child who would become the savior of the world. Okay, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.